What's up, guys? Welcome back to Reject Films, and tonight I'm going to be doing my first episode of In For Review. I believe I'm going to entitle this series. I don't know how long this series is going to last. Depends on how much stuff I get sent in from distributors. If you guys have seen some of my recent videos, you know that I got a package from MVD Distribution. They distribute for Arrow Films and Draft House Films and some other companies like that. So definitely excited to get into these. I've never seen any of the ones they sent me besides Microwave Massacre they sent to me, which I already have a review up for. Bought the real one of that. So yeah, so tonight's film for the first one is going to be The Black Cat, which was Edgar Allan Poe's story, directed by Lucio Fulci, whatever how you say his name. I'm terrible with names, so I know he's really well known within you know, the film industry and everything. I believe this is the first one of his films that I'm going to be viewing tonight, so thank you so much for sending me this. This is one that I was wanting to pick up, you know, that box set with the Black Cat set. So a couple of other ones I probably wouldn't have picked up if, you know, they hadn't sent to me. I would have never watched. But I'm yet to be disappointed with an Arrow release. Of course, I've only have The Mutilator and Microwave Massacre, which, you know, I enjoyed both. You know, not like the greatest films, but still enjoyed them. And so yeah, I don't really know too much about this movie. I don't know if it's more of like a thriller mystery than it is horror. I'm not really sure. So yeah, really excited to finally check this one out, and I'll be back to let you guys know my thoughts on it. Alright, see you then. Alright, so about 40 minutes into the Black Cat here, and I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's pretty well done, and for a film that came out back in 1981, which was, you know, the biggest year for horror, as a lot of you fans of that genre know. The video quality, the transfer on this is pretty good, and the sound's pretty good. My only complaint so far is that the music in this is kind of overbearing at times, kind of like just extremely loud. But other than that, I mean, the acting's good, and I love the cinematography and everything like that. So you got this crazy old guy, I can't remember his name, that's like tries to talk to the dead in the graveyard, and him and the cat have something going on. I'm not exactly sure what's going on between them two. You know, he says something along the lines of, you know, that the cat's gonna kill him one day and all this, and he's kind of like a psychic as well, you know. He's kind of helping with an investigation that's going on and everything like that, and you can see visions of what happened to people and everything. So yeah, like I say, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot better than I expected, and yeah, that's about all I have to say so far. I'll be back with my final thoughts on the film, and we'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so finished watching The Black Cat screener here, the Blu-ray copy, and well, finished it last night. As you can tell, I'm wearing like a different shirt. So got a bad habit of doing that lately. I end up watching all the features and stuff and just getting way too tired to do my final thoughts, so I end up doing them the next day, but it gives you kind of time to think about the movie as well, you know. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really well done and pretty underrated. And you know, watching the special features, you kind of see that, you know, there were some bigger titles right before and right after this that Fulci put out, you know, that were a lot more mainstream hits, and this one just kind of got lost in between there, you know. And but it has found a home finally, you know, thanks to Arrow and everything, and you know, it started getting a little more noticed even in later VHS days and early DVD. But you know, for being the first movie that I've seen that was directed by him, I wasn't disappointed at all, and for it not being one of his more well-known ones, I look forward to definitely checking out the better-known titles that he's done. So my only complaints with this would be, like I said, in the halfway point, that the music was a little overbearing, and even watching the special features, the guy that was talking about the movie even kind of talked about, you know, how the music was a little more busy than what was going on in the scene, and it definitely was the case, and it was just a little bit too, you know, loud at times. Had to keep turning it up and down, but other than that, I mean, the only other thing was, and like I say, he kind of touched on this too, and I didn't really think about it until he said something, but was, you know, there's some stuff going on with Mr. Miles and him trying to communicate with the dead and all this stuff, and how that kind of doesn't really go anywhere into the movie. But you know, I did like the scene. There's a scene that takes place in a graveyard, and he's trying to contact the dead and everything, and it was real, you know, ambient, whatever you want to call it. And but I mean, that's my only two complaints with this movie. There's a couple things that don't really go anywhere in the movie. You know, they're just kind of there in the music. But other than that, I really like this one, and it's definitely one I want to get the real copy of eventually to put into the Arrow collection. And I also enjoyed the cinematography on this. Was really well done. I love the angles. You know, you get the angle of like the cat's view and everything, and just a lot of scenery in this movie for being on a small location. Was you know, beautifully shot. I mean, it stood out to me right from the opening titles. I knew it was going to be a very well shot movie. So if that's the way a lot of his movies are, if he has good cinematography in his films, then I definitely look forward to checking out some more. And the acting overall was actually really good. I didn't expect it to be that great, you know, for a lower budget horror film, you know, from '81. It was wasn't too bad. So I hear noises, but you know, this movie, I mean, it pretty much centers around the two characters of Jill and Mr. Miles, and, well, their character being the cat. And you know, the cat's out to kill people and itself, and as well as if they look into the eyes of the cat, it kind of has like a mind control over people. There's a scene at the beginning, and there's a scene later on in the movie with the inspector with the mind control thing. The ending was pretty good, and it kind of doesn't give you like full closure of exactly what was going on. You know, if the cat was controlling people, or if this person was controlling the cat the whole time. You know, it kind of doesn't really tell you exactly what's going on with that, but you know, I like movies that aren't just cut and dry. So, you know, it worked for me. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple gruesome deaths in it, and some decent special effects. Nothing extreme or anything, but you know, for being this kind of movie, it didn't need to be over the top and everything. You know, this is more of a grounded film. You know, not really a. It's more of a murder mystery type movie for the most part. So I didn't feel that the gore needed to be like real extreme, like a Friday the 13th or something like that. You know, but and yeah. So that's my thoughts on this movie. I'm not gonna go through like the whole story of what happens. Just kind of a basic overview of it. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of In For Review. And gonna review another film tonight. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this movie down in the comments, and what other Fulci movies I should check out next. So thank you guys as always for watching, and just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Alright, now that the film is over, I'll give you guys a look at the special features here on the Blu-ray. So I don't have a cover or anything to show what features are on here. You have Poe into Fulci, the spirit of perseverance, which is film historian Stephen Thrower on Fulci's Poe tinged classic. Sorry, I'm not a very good reader. I did watch that. It was about 25 minutes, and pretty interesting. A lot of interesting facts on there. Shows how really loosely based this was on Poe's story, and how it was overshadowed by other films at the time and everything. So pretty interesting feature there. Then you got In the Paw Prints of the Black Cat. Which is a visit to some of the original Black Cat locations. Pretty short feature there, like 8 minutes or something. And my remote wants to be retarded. There we go. Yeah, you go to just a few locations, and it's amazing how a lot of it hasn't changed. And you got Frightened Dagmar, a career-spanning interview with actress Dagmar Lysandra, which I watched part of it and got tired of reading subtitles, so it was pretty interesting though, about how she began her career and everything. And then you have At Home with David Warbeck. Again, I watched a little bit of it. It was filmed back in '95 at his home. And then you just have the theatrical trailer and audio commentary. And of course, this does have a couple versions of the film too. You have a choose version selection where you can go and choose the Italian version, which I'm assuming is all the same stuff. Yeah, so I'm guessing these are going to be the features that are on the actual release, or are the features on the actual release. This is already out, but so yeah, there was a look at the special features for you guys. Definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of this film. So there you go.